Hey everybody, and welcome to my N5 series on the SP404 Mark II, where I cover a topic in about 5 minutes. This is session 69.4, and I know the last video is a little short, but I needed to fix up that loop so that we weren't getting any pops and clicks, because for this video, we're going to be bouncing down audio, and I wanted to make sure we're not introducing any pops or clicks, because I want to be listening for that to make sure that when we're rendering it out, if there's problems, we can come back and fix it. So the first thing to do, if you guys haven't been aware, you can hit, while you're in pattern mode, hit copy, pick a pattern, and then if you switch to sample mode and you have a free slot, you can basically take a pattern and render it out as a sample. So I'm going to hit copy and just do this. And this is now going to render that out as a loop. So if we play the pattern, it should sound exactly the same. So we got that. And then if we play this, if I turn gate and turn loop on, it should loop forever and sound the same. Sounds good to me. So I'm going to delete this because I want to show you something that is a little bit problematic with bouncing this way. And I hope Roland puts in a feature that allows us to bounce with printing effects and without. But for now, it does not take on effects. So I'm going to show this to you. We're going to play the same pattern. And we got the scatter on. It's just making it sound different. If we want to go, we go isolator too. We could just take out like the drums. Now we've just got the high end. And the reason why this is happening is the drums are the only thing going through bus 1. So we're still hearing the rhythm. Anyway, watch this. So if we go copy 9 and go to 7, or not, yeah, we want to not go to pattern 7. We want to go to sample 7. So I have to hit pattern to get back to sample mode, hit 7, copy. We're going to render this out. I'm going to hit play, and you're not going to hear the kick drums or most of the snares. Turn gate, turn loop on. So you can hear that that content's missing, but that's only because the isolator is still on. So if I turn isolator off, all of that content is still there. So you can't render out using this bounce method any of your audio effects. If you want to capture and render out your audio effects, we need to approach this a little differently. So let's say that we want to play this pattern and we want to record it over. To do this, we're going to take, and I'm just going to go MFX, excuse me, I'm losing my voice. Let's take, actually, let's just do isolator again. It's fine. We'll do isolator. And what we're going to do to actually print this out with the way we have the settings set up and the routing and everything, you're going to hit resample. Then you're going to hit pad 7. And then you're going to, when you hit pad 9, assuming you have count in set into off, as soon as you hit pad 9, it's going to start recording. So what I want to do, I'm going to hit start and end to turn end snap on, so that when I hit record just after the final beat, so basically when it's back to 1-1, it will stop recording and it'll kind of slide that end point into the end of the sample so that it will be a perfect loop, and you'll still have like a little bit of sampling afterwards, but it will put it in the slice point for the perfect loop. So what we want to do, again, I'm just going to hit this. I'm going to tap pad 9. And then once it's looped over and I've heard that last beat and it's gone to 1.1, I'm just going to hit record and stop. So let's do it. You can hear the effect is off. We're almost about to loop over. There we go. I just hit it. So if we go to 7 and hit start and end, it might be a little bit hard to see, but we should be all set to hit turn gate off, loop on. And we should have, you can hear, see the effect is off. And no, we got to double. We got to fix this. I'm going to do this one more time. All right, let's try. We're going to go resample, start and end to turn end snap on, hit pad 7. We're going to start. So it's going to start recording as soon as we start it. Actually, let's turn the effect on now. All right, we looped over. Let's try. There we go. We got the end snap, so it's pulled in before that loop point. I don't know why I didn't do it last time. I thought I had it turned on, but maybe I double tapped it. Anyway, turn gate off. We got loop on. Let's just see that, make sure the sound's okay. And we should hear that isolator effect come in about halfway when I tapped it. Sounds good to me. So, a few things you want to do with this. Whatever. Let's stop it. So, when we come into here, we're going to want to go start and end. If you want to do any manipulating with chopping it, you're going to want to just come in and go to truncate just to get rid of it. And the reason why I want to show you this is for the next step, or a different piece, is some effects are going to carry over into the next loop. So for an example, reverb, if we turn reverb on, let me delete, whoop, I'm gonna exit out, delete. So if we want reverb on, let's just go grab SX reverb and we play with that. You can hear a lot of that reverb, and it still was going even after I stopped from playing. That reverb's not initially coming in on that first play of the loop. So we actually, in this case, if we wanted to print that, we want to let it play for 2 cycles, or in this case, 4 bars. So again, let's go resample, pad 7. We're going to turn end snap on, and then we're going to start playing with the reverb on, and we're going to let it go 2 times. So it's going to go bar 1, 2, bar 1, 2 for a second time, and then we'll end snap after the second time. And that way we'll capture the reverb correctly. So we're on the second playthrough. There we go. As soon as we kind of flipped over, I hit it. So we can check start and end. We can see that the end point is tucked in a little bit, which is exactly what we want to see. We go menu, truncate. Now we've truncated this down, so we should have a perfectly looping sample. But you're going to hear, it's going to sound a little weird when it loops over. Actually, it didn't sound that bad. But anyway, what we're going to do here, I just want to use our time division to chop this from a 4 bar back down to 2. So we're going to go shift, start and end to get into chop mode. And we've got the whole thing here. I'm going to hit menu. I want to go auto mark, and I'm going to set time division with control knob 3 down to 2. And that's basically just going to chop this pattern in, or this 4 bar sample into 2 bars. So I'm going to do that. Say okay. So we've now got 2 bars, and then I'm going to go menu, and I'm going to say assign to pad. I'm just going to go over to the E. I will go to J. We've got 2. So we're just going to dump both of these over. Let's just see if it sounds different. Turn loop on. I mean, actually, it sounds pretty good, but we're going to turn loop on for this one. So I probably could have done something that's a little bit more dramatic to show the point, but effectively, because we have the effects on it, I'd say pad 14 here on bank J is likely the better sample to work with than pad 13, only because it's got the full reverb kind of carried over and looped over. So anyway, I'm going to end the video here. Hopefully that shows you guys, you can do pattern to sample bounce, or you can do using the copy mode, or you can do resampling and use end snap to kind of grab it at the beat. The second way, where you use end snaps, a little bit more fiddly, takes some practice, but I think it'll get you the better results. Hopefully Roland will make some changes so that we can do the bounce and print our audio over, but I'm not going to hold my breath right now. Anyway, guys, thanks for stopping by. Keep making music, keep having fun. If it sounds good, it is good, and peace.